Hey guys, Tech Agent, we're back with an IEM. This time it comes from a company you probably might not have heard about. They go by the name Evidson Audio. It's an Indian startup. I think they recently started like a few years ago, and they specialize in IEMs currently. They contacted me for a review, and they're like, we make IEMs. I was really thrilled about that. But then I asked them, where do you make them? And they said China. So I also asked them, are there any plans, in making them in India soon? And they were like, yeah, we're thinking about opening up facilities soon. So I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. But I told them to send me, one of each in the product line, and they sent me two IEMs. One is this guy. It's the Evidson AudioSport W6, and they also sent me a earbud. I don't know if anybody currently in the current world uses earbuds anymore, because those are obsolete. They don't fit in your ears. I don't think I'll be reviewing them, so sorry Evidson Audio, but I just don't think I can review them. They're pretty useless. I don't think anybody uses earbuds anymore, but thank you for sending anyway. This is the AudioSport W6. It's an IEM, and I was really surprised by this IEM. It's a very cheap IEM. You can get this at least in India, I think, for like 1,000 rupees, which is not a lot of money if you consider the IEMs that are in the market now, right now. So it's a fairly affordable IEM, I would say, but still not extremely affordable, to be very surprised about. So 1,000 rupees, you get this IEM, and it has some features which I think really make it worth it. I think. Let's talk about the things I really like, and sound is not one of them, unfortunately, but the thing I really like about this IEM is this. Normally when you see a IEM with a hook like this, it's usually a spring steel wire, heat shrunk in between this joint, which you can then manipulate and create that shape of your ears, and it'll stay there forever until you obviously change the shape again. But Evidson Audio used a very nice mold of an elastomer covered inside the wire, or on top of the wire, I would say, and it stays in this shape. There's no steel wire inside, so it doesn't bother your ear after some use. And you do whatever you want to do with it, and it always stays there, and it's soft and it's comfortable and it sits perfectly. So I think this I've never seen this in any other IEM at any price point. This is the first time I've seen an IEM implement this. It's a very small idea. It's a very small thing, but implemented in such a way that it makes a huge difference. I really like this design aspect of this IEM. This makes it very, very comfortable. Another thing I really was stunned by is the fit. Now obviously this is going to differ from person to person because everybody has a different ear, but for me specifically, the fit on this is just amazing. I mean, I just put this on my ear, and that's just, it's amazing. And I'm not even using comply tips. I'm just using the stock silicone tips, and even those are comfortable. The fit is just that good. Obviously, as I said, this is going to be very different from person to person, because the IEMs everybody has different ears. But for me specifically, these fit really nice. I really like the design. I don't know what they did, but it's really nice, really comfortable. So good job on that. In the box, you don't get any comply tips. You only get silicone tips. You got a lot of them, but silicone tips, I don't use them anymore. But the fit of this, they were so forgiving that I never thought of upgrading to comply tips. It was that good. So a really big thumbs up in terms of the fit. You come to the Y split. The Y split is exactly the same as my Mi Electronic M6 Pro. It's kind of funny. You come to a very thick cable after the Y split. Really thick cable actually. It's like a headphone cable, not an IEM cable, which is really nice. And then you get a 45-degree angle on the end, which is fine. I actually like a really flush mounted 90-degree, but 45-degree also works. And it's a 3-pole because you also have a microphone and a call button, which is I would have liked a remote, but at least you get a microphone, which is really nice, I think. In terms of sound, how does it sound like? Obviously this is not an in-house design in terms of the driver and stuff, so it's just a off-the-shelf transducer, and it sounds very familiar to the transducers you can buy in this price point, because the driver they use is virtually identical. It's just the same. Sound is very rolled off, not very rolled off, it's rolled off, so you don't have a lot of presence. The mid-range is again a bit rolled off, so it's a bit withdrawn in terms of emotion, in terms of the overall feel to it, I think. It's not full bodied because again the mid range is missing. The bass, although not elevated, it has no impact. It's very impactless. Sub bass is rolled off. Obviously, you don't expect sub bass from dynamic IEMs at this price point, but there's no sub bass. And the extension again, after correction also is not that great. I was not able to get them to sound as good as I wanted them to be. So sound is like the bass is rolled off, the mid range is rolled off, and the highs are rolled off again. So everything just sounds very rolled off overall. And it's very dull sounding IEM, but but for the price, to be honest, I mean, you would not expect hi-fi sound out of these. I mean, they're comfortable. Probably people will use this for movies and stuff, maybe YouTube videos and stuff, slight music listening, maybe workouts and stuff. And for that, I think the job it does is spectacular. I think it's really amazing. You get the amazing comfort, you get amazing cables. Sound is subpar, but again, what do you expect from the price point? So I'm really impressed by these IEMs. I highly recommend them. I think these are one of the best IEMs I have used in this price point. I really am, quite blown away, at least by the fit. That's one of the biggest reasons I'm praising this so much. The fit is just amazing. So I highly recommend these Evidson AudioSport W6s. They're pretty good. Sorry, Evidson Audio, I couldn't review your earbuds. I just don't see anybody interested in them. But this is really nice. Good job on this. I recommend it. It's pretty good. 1,000 rupees. I mean, if you have a broken IEM, probably get this. It's a good value. It's from a Indian startup. They're not making this in India, but they told me they will in some time. So that's always nice. If they make it in India, I would say buy it, like buy 10 pairs, but they're not. So that's too bad. But I recommend it. Evidson AudioSport W6. Stupid name, but I like these. Take it easy, and like always, have a good one. All right.